And welcome, folks. I'm meteorologist Tom Quick. Back with you again, still nursing a little bit of a voice issue, but it's all right. We'll stream. I think Nick is over in College Station for today. All right, let's get us started with the tower cams that we have operating here across Cenla. First of all, this is a view you know probably most the best. We've got Cenla Broadcasting's Texas Street Tower Cam with 98 degrees with a dew point of 73. That puts the heat index way over 100, and it is mostly sunny time there, folks. Now let's go over toward the east and to the northwest there toward the Toledo Bend at 95 degrees. You see a few cumulus clouds building up in the distance, but there's not much vertical development there, and for the most part, these clouds are not producing any rain here in the local area. 95 over in northeast Beauregard there between DeRidder and Dry Creek, and we have a very nice view there. Once again, a few cumulus clouds, mostly sunny though, and no rain. Going into Stellies and LeBeau, 95. Likewise, just, yeah, by chance, everybody had the same temperature and pretty much the same sky as you see there, mostly sunny. Just a few cumulus clouds, probably somewhere around 6,000 feet above the surface. So the bottom line, what we'll be talking about, what happened to the rain? Well, it has something to do with us experiencing the highest temperatures so far this year, this week. That's ahead, folks. And Tropical Storm Debbie, we'll take a look and see what's happening over there quickly. Not in our forecast, though. Looking at the radar, we continue to see the rain to the south of us, nothing showing up here in Cenla. High pressure aloft is kind of squashing everything, so the setup is just not conducive for any rain here locally. And then, of course, going over to the east, kind of run over there, and we'll put this in motion with looks like the tropical system, Debbie, Tropical Storm Debbie, centered right here along the North Florida, South Georgia line, not too far from Valdosta. You can see the span there, and the rain all the way up well to the north towards Savannah and Charleston. So that's what we're looking at as far as the tropical system. Let's come back home and take a look here. Again, not much happening. There's Debbie lifting very slowly toward the northeast. And that is going to be a major flood threat, I think, for those folks. A little front up to the north, but in between, you see high pressure pretty well in control of things, cleaning things out there across a good part of the United States. Let's come back home and check out what's going to happen. Yes, some school systems do not have the students coming until Thursday, but staff and teachers are out early, so we'll go with a 7 o'clock start in the morning. No issues. It'll just be kind of warm and muggy, and back to 3 o'clock as schools let out and school activities begin. Some folks are doing some shopping at that time after school. We'll see a mostly sunny sky, maybe a few clouds, but no issues as far as storms or anything like that. 8 o'clock, if you're out for evening entertainment and say a restaurant or movie, nothing happening there. And when we're back 7 o'clock Wednesday morning, back for the morning commute there with a mostly clear start at that time. And then for the rest of the day, Wednesday, it looks like pretty much a full-time sunshine day, and that may be, I think, the hottest day of the year so far. Tuesday's high temperatures, I'm going to go ahead and do this kind of parish by parish to let you know. Right now, I'm expecting an average of 99 degrees across central Louisiana. In fact, if we get that, I meant to check this out, but I think I'm going to be right. So far, we have not had a Cenla average of over 99 degrees for the year so far. Now, individual locations have hit 99 or even higher, but for all the 90 plus thermometers that I keep track with here in Cenla, I don't think that's happened. So tomorrow will be the hottest day of the year if we get that 99. Some high readings, 101 for Winfield and much of those like Wynn Parish there. I'm forecasting an average of 100 for Natchitoches Parish, also for Leesville, Vernon Parish there. You see several 99s and some of the lowest numbers, 97 over toward Vidalia, Opelousas, and those are some of the lowest readings. Climatology, let's get that in. 94 is typical for this time of year, for tomorrow's date. In fact, the record high for tomorrow in the Alexandria Pineville Metro at the power plant in Alexandria, DG Hunter, is 102 set last year, and there'd be a lot more records set that year as you know. All right, so that is the heat story for tomorrow. Let's check out the tropical story. This is Debbie, down to a 50-mile-per-hour tropical storm. The motion has slowed down. It was moving at steady 10, 12 yesterday. Now it's down to about half that and may even go slower before it starts to speed up a tad. So the track continues to take Debbie and impacting Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina there for the next several days. This is all the way through Wednesday, say, and again, with that slow motion, some locations have already had major significant flooding out of this. Other locations have yet for the flooding to develop. So this is kind of an evolving situation, but before it's through, a good part of that country will have some probably some generational level flooding out of this particular storm. And then finally, once we get past Thursday, we see Friday and Saturday with some acceleration of the tropical system back up to the northeast. But even some of these locations all up and down the East Coast, the big cities there, as we head through Richmond, D.C., Baltimore, looks like Newark, New York City, maybe even up toward Boston, we'll see a lot of rain out of this deal for the next week or so. Let's come back and take a look at the upper level features. Right now, what we've got happening is a hot bubble of air, high pressure ridge setting right across the west. Right, you can kind of see that clockwise rotation there with that particular system. This is a depiction of the tropical system right there. So just kind of outlining what we're looking at. And up to the north is the main upper level flow. You can kind of see doing something like this, kind of a jet stream, if you will. Jet stream is a river of air aloft, and it steers weather systems. So right now, that's what we've got going. The jet stream's pretty far north because this big high has pushed it to the north. All right, so with that set up, let me just go ahead and set this up and put it into motion without comment, where you can see here's the tropical system staying put, nothing to influence it. And now let this run until Friday about midday. We still see the high pressure ridge here, but we're also still kind of starting to see a little bit of a northerly flow develop right here on the edge of the high. And I think what that is going to do is it's going to help bring, would you believe, maybe 2 fronts into the area. After the hottest weather of the year so far, a couple of fronts in the forecast. That is interesting. Let me also show this. So you see this trough kind of deepening here, trying to move to the south. In fact, that trough feature is why the tropical system Debbie is will accelerate to the northeast after Thursday. It'll take until that long, until that trough will get a hold of it and force it to start moving. And then I'll kind of finish this out. Then you can see as we move into, say, Sunday morning, the northerly flow is better established here and deeper right in through here. And of course, a very deep northerly flow in this portion of the United States. And so with all this northerly flow, that is how we get fronts down here in the summer. It's got to have upper level support, as we call it, as forecasters. And so this will during that particular time period. So here we go with the numbers. What does all this mean as far as numbers? Well, this is for Tuesday, 99 high. We outlined that. Hottest day of the 2024 so far. Wednesday will break that. It'll be the hottest day with an average of 101. Thursday, well, since Wednesday happened, Thursday will be the second hottest day, it looks like, of the year so far. And it's a very hot day on Friday, so all week we're going to have to fool with this heat, folks. And heat indices, there'll be some humidity with this. So heat indices could exceed 110 at times during this time. Full-time sunshine during the day. Nights aren't overly terribly warm. Middle 70s, say 75, 74 for averages. That's not too bad. 73 is where we should be, so it's not too far above that. And then here we come with the fronts that I was talking about. Friday, I put a little question mark. That one's a little iffy, but if that one doesn't happen, then Saturdays will. So right now, that's the scenario that we're saying. And you can see how it makes a little difference, both in the minimum temperatures and the maximum temperatures. So we come down to 94, 2, 93, 73, 70, 68 for next Monday. Would you believe that? Yes, we can. It is August, and sometimes it happens, folks, and I hope it does, because we'll deserve it after the heat that we'll have the next 4 days. All right, thanks for being with me. I think Nick Mikios will be able to stream in the morning, and I'll see you again sometime about this time tomorrow. Take care. Have a good evening.